I was sitting here 3 weeks ago, and I told you this team's not going to go run and hide after we lost those 3 games. They're not going to go run and hide. In this league, if you have a good defense, you can win a lot of football games.
1 yard deep to the 3. Ball poked loose. Taken by the SaberCats for a touchdown.
Our defense is getting better and better every week. They understand they have to continue to get better for us to win football games.
Too tall off the net and picked off. Curry got it off the net. Nickna, plenty of time, looking deep downfield. He's got it! Touchdown, SaberCats!
Welcome to SaberCats Weekly right here on Comcast Sportsnet. I'm Chris Townsend. Coming up next, the SaberCats are coming out of their bye. We'll talk to the head coach, Darren Arbett, about what they learned about themselves over the bye week and also how the NFL draft affects the San Jose SaberCats. We'll talk to fullback J.J. Payne and also defensive back Ken Fontenette. That's all coming up next right here on SaberCats Weekly.
Hey SaberCats fans, my name is Marissa and this is my first year cheering for the Saber Kittens. My favorite part about SaberCats games is feeling the energy from the crowd as we're dancing on the field and seeing the fans' excitement when they see themselves on the Jumbotron. Let's go SaberCats!
The Saber Kitten of the Week has been brought to you by Norton by Symantec.
Well, it's always great to have Ken Fontenette back on the program. How have you been?
Been good. Been really good. We had a little 3-game skid, so everybody was walking around here with their head down, but we're back on that good streak, so want to keep it going.
And that's something around here you're just not used to. What was that like? It was just odd losing 3 games in a row being a SaberCat?
It was kind of like we always say it's kind of like the sky's falling, you know, because just not used to it. I mean, people deal with it differently, but we have a really good group of guys, so everybody keeps their head on straight. You know, we got Cleveland, and he's our leader, you know, vocally, spiritually, so he talks to us and everything is easier to get through.
So many veterans on this team. How
Right.
key is that you got so many guys that truly understand what it takes to, you know, get to the playoffs, to play in an 18-game season? I mean, it's a grind.
It is, and I think everybody understands that. Everybody understands the long season, so guys are dinged up, and like David Highland, he's a great player, and we'd love to have him play, but you can tell he's been frustrated because he's out. You know, he's not playing. It means a lot to him to be playing, but just his knowledge of the game and knowing it's a long season, he knows that his time will come, you know, and Dave's a player, you know, when he's healthy, he'll step in like he never stopped playing. And everybody just tries to do their job, and we know it's going to take a lot to get to where we want to be, and we want to be, you know, peaking when it comes to Week 18.
Well, obviously it's football. People are going to get banged up. People are going to get hurt. How are you doing heading into the bye? Or coming out of the bye, I should say.
I'm getting better. I've had a little ankle sprain that's bothered me pretty much since game 1. We're doing what we can. Chris does a great job, our trainer. It is what it is. It's football. You're going to play through it.
Got to suck it up, right?
That's right. That's right.
You just got to suck it up. You know, something that's very odd is you're playing Portland again for the 3rd time. What is that like when you're playing against a team for a 3rd time and you look across the ball, they don't always have the same guys playing?
It's always difficult to play a team 3 times. I remember when I played with Aaron Garcia, you know, he would talk about playing teams a few times during the season. You know, he would always say, the good teams, they'll at least win the first meeting. You know, great teams can beat teams 2 or 3 times. So I kind of just think of it like that. It doesn't matter who they line up, but, you know, if you want to be a great team and obviously being a part of this organization, we aim for greatness. We're going to have to find a way to get it done.
I love how you guys are critical of yourselves, and that's you have such big expectations. I love that. But the reality is, this defense has played really well. Even when the offense has put you in some tough spots, you've played really well. Let's talk about some positive. How good this defense really has been this year.
We got great players everywhere. It's funny, you know, we have if Joe Sykes were to come back to actually play, I don't know where he'd fit in, you know, because we have great ends. We have Maka and Stu in the middle. Obviously, Cleveland, Simeon Castile, another great player. David Highland's a great player. Kenny Okoro is a great rookie. You know, he's learning fast and he's playing really well right now. You know, we always say we want to make it a defensive game. You know, because arena football is an offensive game, but if they don't score, they don't win. So we try to turn it into a defensive game. You know, and have whenever people come to see us play, they're not just thinking about high scoring. You know, and just offensive all the time. It's these guys can play defense. You know, and they're stopping people. That's what we want to do.
Great to have you on the show again. Get healthy, and we'll see you at the SAP Center on Saturday night.
All right. Thank you.
Wardrobe has been provided by Casera Clothers.
The entire SaberCats organization takes great pride in giving back to the community that has given them so much over the past 20 years. The team headed over to Sacred Heart Community Center to volunteer their time.
We're here today at Sacred Heart Community Services. We came during the off season and the players really enjoyed it, and they wanted to donate their time during their off days and during the week. So we're here, and we're excited to be here and look forward to coming back in the future.
Get some TV time.
TV time. Hello. We love the SaberCats. We love them.
At Sacred Heart, we help them prepare food for the homeless and needy, as well as clothing, and we get those packed up and ready to go to be distributed within the community.
We're here sorting through clothes, laundry, helping out the local community. Glad just to play our part, man.
Unlimited, what they want to grab. We just counting the shoes, but everything else, they can just grab whatever. We just bagging it for them, folding the clothes up, putting it neatly for them, and just ask them anything, any little toys they want in the back, they can grab, and we get it for them.
We got to look for the rotten apples to make sure these the people don't eat rotten apples. And then what we do is like this right here, this is rotten, right? So we take it, boom, dump in the trash can. I wouldn't eat this apple, so if I wouldn't eat it, they're not gonna eat it, so throw in the trash. You know what I mean?
Now this is a good apple.
It's a plus. Helping families carry groceries to the car any way I can. I'm willing to help. Ooh.
So Sacred Heart Community Service has been around for 50 years, and we have a warehouse where we provide free food and clothing to people every weekday, but we do a lot more than that. We also have a whole range of self-sufficiency programs, and we also do advocacy and organizing so the community can help change the issues and the problems that lead to poverty. At Sacred Heart, we have as many as 150 volunteers every day, and we really count on them to come in and make all this happen. We're providing food for 400 families every weekday, and we just can't do it without groups like the SaberCats coming in and bagging the food and distributing the clothing like they're doing today.
We just out here giving back, doing our other job that we're supposed to do, and it's just a great feeling to be out here.
I was an unprivileged child when I was growing up, man, so I look forward to doing things like this, but I grew up real poor, man, so my mom used to get us boxes with peanut butter, and it just helped people out, man. You know, there's people in the community that don't have jobs, unfortunate to be able to take care of their kids, and these packages really go a long ways for somebody that's unprivileged. So, you know what I mean? I think this is a blessing, man, and I'm very fortunate, and I'm very appreciative just to be here, man, so I'm thankful, man.
This week's High School Offensive Player of the Week is senior quarterback number 12, Cole Carruthers of Hillsdale High School. The Knights demolished Kings Academy 66-14 as Cole completed 15 of 23 passes for 390 yards and 5 touchdown passes. This week's high school defensive player of the week is number 2 sophomore outside linebacker Esteban Mosqueda of Lincoln High School in San Jose. Esteban tallied 13 tackles, 5 of them solo, and added 2 sacks and 1 forced fumble in the 51-14 landside victory over the Gunderson Grizzlies. This week's high school Ironman player of the week is senior wide receiver / defensive back number 32, Willie Johnstone of the Scotts Valley Falcons. Versus Christian Academy, Willie had 13 carries for 118 yards and 3 touchdowns. He added 4 receptions for 90 yards and a touchdown. And if that wasn't enough, he also added 3 interceptions, returned 2 of them for his 5th and 6th touchdown of the game in a 51-21 win.
SaberCats High School Players of the Week is brought to you by Dr. Sharma, South Bay Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
The SaberCats defensive player of the first half is defensive lineman Jason Stewart. Stewart has been the force in the middle of San Jose's defense, leading the team with 5.5 sacks. On the season, Stewart has also forced and recovered 2 fumbles and has batted down 3 passes. The defensive player of the game has been brought to you by Fries.com. Well, you're really going to enjoy this one, SaberCats fans, because this guy's been around for a while, and he has one of the best names in the Arena League, J.J. Payne, fullback, delivering the pain for the SaberCats. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, especially the face of that intro there. Thank you. I liked it.
Well, we've enjoyed watching you score touchdowns and playing fullback. How's it been so far playing for the SaberCats?
It's been great, actually, playing against them all those years and things like that, the great tradition and things they have out here. And it's great to be a part of it, and try to add to it. It's been a while since we've been able to stand at the top of that podium, and we're looking forward to making this push to get there, to our goals.
Well, it's all about winning an Arena Bowl. And when you sign, tell us what it's like when you sign with the SaberCats. And those expectations, they're pretty high.
Exactly. You feel good. They gave me the call, in the off season, and I was like, you know what, this is one of the places that I feel like I could, continue on my career and things like that. Ironically enough, they called me the day after my wedding. So I said, hey, Coach, I got to give you a call back on this, and I got to talk to the wife, We talked it over and things like that, and we ended up making the decision to come out here.
Now, you're a true fullback.
Yeah.
I haven't met too many true fullbacks in this league over all these years doing this show. You've always been a fullback.
Yeah, I've been a fullback. I was always, I was always like a little bit bigger, a little more of a slugger guy, I always liked the contact. I was like a linebacker. I like to think of the fullback as a defender playing offense, because, you're one of the guys that likes to hit people, like to be aggressive and things like that, but you also get to carry the ball, but you're on the offensive side of the ball. So it's nice, though. I enjoy the position. It's like it was made for me,
I know why you enjoy it, because when you play in the outdoor game, you're blocking for some star tailback, and you're banging your head against the inside linebackers all day long. But you get into the Arena League, now you're the guy carrying the football scoring touchdown.
Yeah, it's pretty nice to be able to be the guy that gets the ball, because you're the only one back there, in the outdoor game, there's 2 of you back there, but in the arena, it's just you back there, so yeah.
The one thing that's interesting about carrying the football in the Arena League, everybody's so close to each other. There's not a whole lot of space out there.
There's not a lot of space, and there's not much opportunity either, especially when the fullbacks get the ball. You're outnumbered in the box. They got 5 guys right there. You got 3 guys blocking for you, and then the quarterback, he's going to run around, carry out a boot. He's not going to hit anybody. So it makes it difficult, but we got some really great linemen here. Bussy, Rich, Kimani, and those guys. Buss is one of the best guys I know at getting out there, getting that reach block, and it just makes my job a lot easier.
And I know Coach Arbetta has always had a lot of pride in the SaberCats running game. When you got here, what did he tell you about what running the football for this franchise means?
Well, they felt like it was one of the things that they were missing and lacking just recently. And they were taking pride in it, and they wanted it was an obvious want that they wanted it to implement in their offense this year, is to get that run game established again like they had in the past.
You got Portland coming to town on Saturday night. You're coming off a bye. What is the key to being successful coming off a bye?
Well, coming off a bye, we had a really great practice today, high tempo. There was no time to get back into the groove. It was boom, we're picking up right where we left off. So that's the kind of thing I liked about it. Also, this is our 3rd time going against Portland. And it's we got them twice, but it's hard to get anybody 3 times. So we're gonna get their best shot, and things like that. So we're looking forward to the challenge, trying to take care of business again this Saturday.
Well, it's been great watching you play since you came here. Good luck the rest of the way. Stay healthy and keep scoring touchdowns.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
The SaberCats offensive player of the first half is wide receiver Rod Harper. Despite a rash of injuries to the receiver corps, Harper has been Mr. Reliable at the wide out position for San Jose. Appearing in every game, Harper has recorded a team-high 61 catches for 648 yards and 12 touchdowns. Offensive player of the game has been brought to you by Fries.com.
My name is Luis Vasquez, defensive end. Play ball at Arizona State University, originally from Connecticut. I'm looking forward to helping this team make a playoff run, win a championship. Let's go Cats.
The SaberCats Player of the Week has been brought to you by Norton by Symantec.
We're with the head coach and owner of the San Jose SaberCats, Coach Arbet. And Coach, how's the bye week been for your team?
We got a lot done. We did a lot of scouting, self-evaluations, and we were able to watch the draft.
When you say you self-evaluated during the bye week, what did you learn about your team?
We have a lot of tendencies. We're going to try to change some of those this next part of the season. We're excited to get going.
Is that one of the good things about the bye? Just not only you get healthy and you mentally can get fresher, but the fact that you can really sit back and look at yourself in the mirror. And as you said, you see tendencies, and it's obviously, I can tell there's some tendencies you don't like.
No, there's some things that I'm sure other teams caught on that we were doing. And, Chris, when you're getting ready for a game, you're trying to get all the information on the other team. You don't spend a lot of time looking back at your team as much as you should, but the bye gives you that opportunity to go back and really look at it.
I never really think about that because you're right. Going into the week, like this week, you're thinking Portland Thunder, Portland, that you're just consumed with Portland. You don't get to evaluate yourself too much. But since you did evaluate yourself, and I know you found some things you didn't like, what do you like about your team? Because you got a very good football team.
They play hard. They play together. Chemistry is really good on this football team. I think they're starting to understand arena football, the new guys. And I think the sky's the future for him.
Russ Mickna pretty banged up heading into the break. Talking to Russ, and we've had him on the show, and tough guy, taking a lot of hits. How's he doing coming out of the bye week?
Russ is good. I like our relationship that we have, Russ and myself. He makes me laugh. I get on him, and he understands me, I think, pretty good right now. And Russ is doing great. I'm happy with where he's at. I think he's growing a lot. He's another one. I think the best of Russ Mickna is yet to come.
Coach, you talk about your relationship, and we remember with Mark Grebe what a strong relationship that was. You're talking about your relationship is getting better. How important is it, the head coach-quarterback relationship?
In my mind, it's huge to understand each other, and he's the guy leading the team, and that's what I told him several weeks ago. He has to be a leader, and Russ looked me in the eye, and he took it head on, and he's been great ever since.
One thing about your season, which is going to be very odd, is playing teams 3 times in a season. How tough is that, prepping for a team 3 different times?
Terry Malley, old general manager here and coach, and told me it doesn't matter who you play. You have to play the best to be the best, and whoever they put on their schedule, your schedule, you have to prepare for them. So that's what we're going to do, Chris. Whoever we play, we're going to prepare for them. We're going to watch tape, and we're going to get the kids ready to play.
So the Portland Thunder come to town on Saturday night at the SAP Center. Danny Southwick, your former quarterback, is their quarterback. You're going to be facing a guy, Eric Rogers, who really is tearing it up for them. You haven't played against him yet. Tell us what kind of Portland team we're going to see on Saturday night.
Young, play hard, nothing will faze them. They have a great pass rush. Like you said, they have some really good receivers that play hard, catch the ball, can get open. Their defensive backs are very physical, and they have Matt Sock, who's a good football coach. We're an expansion team. We just have to get better every week. That's his theory.
Yeah, those young teams with a lot of talent, they can be scary.
Yeah, the ball bounced the wrong way for you a couple times before you know it, they're in the game, and they start to believe, hey, we can get this game. And you definitely don't want those teams to do that. You want them to feel that they can't win. You want to take it to them and and put your foot on their throat.
Now, when you look at the bye week, I know it's nice. Everybody mentally gets fresh. You try and get healthy. But what point in the bye week do you say, I'm ready to get it going again?
I was ready after the first day. But the guys came back, great shape, great attitude. They understand what we're up against, and they know they have to play hard every play.
All right, Coach, Saturday night against the Portland Thunder at 7 o'clock at the SAP Center. Good luck in the game, and we'll see you out there.
Hey, thanks, Chris.
The San Jose SaberCats come out of their bye 5-3 on the season, tied for first in the Pacific Division. Portland will be here on Saturday night at 7 o'clock, making their first ever appearance in San Jose. Tickets are still available at the SAP Center. Of course, this game will be on ESPN2 and also KMBR 1050. We'll have all the highlights for you next week right here on SaberCats Weekly. We'll see you next time.
SaberCats Weekly has been brought to you by Dr. Sharma South Bay Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, Casera Clothers, Norton by Symantec, and Fries.com.